Yo, what is up everybody, Z-Karma here, and welcome back to another boring math video here in Borderlands 3. Today we're going to be taking a look at another new anointment, and this one is the 200% damage while action skill is active. In this video, I'll be doing a full breakdown of the anointment to show you exactly how it works and how it's going to stack up against other anointments. By the end of this video, you should know everything there is to know about this anointment. So before I get into the actual breakdown, if you guys found this video informative or helpful in some way, a like rating is always appreciated, and if you want to subscribe for more Borderlands 3 content, that'll be awesome as well. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at this anointment. It says that it will give us 200% damage while an action skill is active. So we'll be getting 3 times the damage. For example, I have this monocle that does 4,344 as the base damage, and I currently don't have anything that's going to influence my damage whatsoever, so that's exactly what I'm going to be doing right now. So let's go ahead and grab this enemy, actually just shoot him, and we're doing 4344 just like I said. And now if I activate my action skill, which I'm going to activate my phase grasp, I should be doing 3 times that damage, which is 13,032. So if I grasp that enemy, I should do 13k. And now I'm sure you guys are wondering if the damage is additive or multiplicative. Well, spoiler alert, it's additive. For anyone that does not understand this, it means that it is going to be additive with other gun damage bonuses. So for example, imagine that I had a build right now, and I had these 2 skills, and let's just say each skill gave me a 20% increase in gun damage, and they are also additive. So that means that right here I would get 40% increase in gun damage. Then let's say I had a class mod with 25% increase in damage. That would be additive as well with this, so that would be a 65% increase. And then when this anointment is activated, it's going to be additive with all of that as well. So instead of a 65% increase, we'd be getting a 265% increase. So that is how you calculate the damage for the anointment, and according to this text, it should last while the action skill is active. But there is one problem: if you switch out weapons, you'll lose this bonus, which is, I think it's not as intended. I think they're gonna need to fix that, because if you switch out your weapon while your action skill is active, and you come back to this weapon, even though the action skill is still active, you'll actually lose your bonuses. So let me show you an example real quick. So if I grab that enemy and I switch out to another weapon, come back, I'm not going to be doing 13k. Instead, I'm back down to 4,344. So as you can see, that's an issue that definitely needs to be fixed. So now let's talk about how this anointment stacks against other anointments. So when you compare it to the 100% on action skill end, even though 200% obviously is more than 100% extra additive damage, keep in mind that some action skills only last a couple of seconds. So let's say I'm using a phase cast build, and the phase cast literally lasts like a second or 2. Realistically, by the time I actually bring my weapon out after using phase cast, I'm gonna get 1, maybe 2 shots with the anointment actually giving me that bonus. So in those type of situations with those types of action skills, I would not recommend it. So what about the longer lasting action skills? So quick example, if I'm using my Ties That Bind build, whenever I use Ties That Bind, enemies are more or less like 5 to 10 seconds being grasped, depending on how long it takes me to actually kill the grasped target. So in that case, I'll be getting some good use of the anointment. But like I said, the biggest problem with this is that if I decide to switch weapon for whatever reason, that bonus is going to be gone. And you can say the same thing for a Zane Infinite action skill build. So for example, normally you run 100% Sentinel Cryo, and that anointment actually works regardless if you switch weapons or not. The problem with this anointment is that currently, if you switch weapons, you lose out on that bonus. So unless you plan on using that weapon the whole time, I wouldn't recommend you take this anointment for long lasting action skills like Amara's, Ties That Bind, Fadeaway Flak, Gamma Burst Flak, or Infinite action skill Zane. Another thing I wanted to mention is that currently this anointment is not working properly on Moes. So while your action skill is active, technically you're not actually shooting the weapon, so you're not getting any bonuses from that. So right now it is useless on Mo's. Even when auto bear is active, it won't work. So just keep all of these things in mind. This anointment is not bad, but if you're using Mo's or you're using a long-lasting action skill and you plan on switching weapons, this is not an anointment that you want to take. Although I do think it will get fixed, because just like Sentinel Cryo, where weapons gain damage when Sentinel is active, same here, if your action skill is active, you should be getting this bonus all the time. So hopefully it gets fixed very soon. Another thing you should consider is what 200% additive damage will do to you. If you're already running a build that gives you a lot of additive weapon damage increases, then this 200%, although it sounds like a lot, will not be as good as adding a multiplicative increase. For example, like I said, the 100% Sentinel Cryo Anointment or the 50% Elemental Anointment on the next two magazines. Even though 50% sounds a lot lower than 200%, believe me, when it comes to multiplicative and additive damage bonuses, sometimes adding a small multiplicative value will give you more benefits than increasing your additive damage bonuses. And you can always double check which will do a better job for you with just minimal testing. Just activate your action skill, shoot a couple of enemies, look at the damage numbers, switch out to the other anointment, do it again, and there's your answer. So anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys found this informative or helpful in some way, a like rating is always appreciated, and if you want to subscribe for more Borderlands 3 content, that'll be awesome as well. Hope you all have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.